Alright, so there's been a lot of talk recently about unMineable being significantly less profitable than other mining pools, and a lot of people in the community have done their own independent tests. Shout out Modern Mining, shout out 𝗏𝗏𝗏, and you guys might also remember that I myself did a test about this, I guess like well over a year ago at this point. So I don't know, I kind of thought I wanted to do another test of my own, and I'm doing my tests in a little bit of a different way, not because I think any of the other tests that have been done are done in a wrong way. I just think if we test in different types of ways, we get more data that way. So I don't know, let's just jump right into it, I guess, and I'll explain sort of what I'm going to be doing here in this test. And also right off the bat, this video is obviously not sponsored by unMineable in any way at all. It's sponsored by a completely different company. You'll know more about that later. That has nothing to do with mining pools or anything like that. So basically how I am running this test here is I've got 3 of my GPU rigs, well, the 3 GPU rigs that I have, which is 12 by 3070, 12 by 3070, and 12 by 6600 XT. And I am mining 3 different algorithms on them, and I have been for pretty much exactly the past 24 hours. And I am mining those into USDT on unMineable, on 3 different USDT wallet addresses. So I didn't have, you know, the patience to set up 3 USDT addresses. I just Googled like charity USDT donation address, and I just picked the first 3 I could find on Google. Anyway, so I'm mining these rigs into USDT on unMineable, and have been so for 24 hours. I said that already. And basically what I want to do is I want to see how much did I mine in terms of USDT with these 3 separate rigs, and then I want to compare that to how much WhatToMine says that I should have mined according to their historical past 24-hour data of mining profitability for these 3 coins, because that will give you a number in USD. So then I can compare that with the amount of USDT that these rigs have mined. But then I also want to compare that with unMinable's own profitability calculator, because for those of you who might not be familiar, if you go to unMinable's, the kind of home page on unMinable's website here, the very first page here, and you scroll down, you can select a mining algorithm as well as what coin you're wanting to get paid your mining earnings in. And if you scroll down, you can actually input your hash rate here, and it will tell you what your expected profitability is. And it specifies very clearly here, the calculator is based on the pool's past 24-hour performance. So it just so happens I've been mining to the pool for the past 24 hours. So not only will we be able to tell, what my real profitability has been for these past 24 hours, we can also compare that to unMinable's own claimed profitability through their calculator here, and we can see if, that one is true or not. And we can of course also compare that to WhatToMine's historical past 24-hour data for mining profitability for these 3 algorithms here. Before we move into this, I just want to say I'm running a 100,000 subscriber giveaway. It's the biggest giveaway that I've ever done on the channel. It's kind of my way of saying, thank you for sticking with me for these past 3 years, and thank you for subscribing and all of that. So I'll link that giveaway down in the pinned comment of this video. So yeah, I just thought I should mention that here because I don't want any of you to miss out on that. I want all of you to have a chance at winning in that giveaway. So moving on, let's have a look at the 3 rigs I've got mining here. So I first have this rig, which is mining a lithium. You can see here donation throwaway wallet there. Let me just refresh this so you can see there's nothing crazy going on. As you can see, it's been mining for pretty much exactly 23 hours and 58 minutes. Mining a lithium. Here's my hash rate. Nothing weird going on there. Then I have my Conflux rig here. Again, let's refresh this page, and it has been mining for just under 24 hours at this point. There you can see. And finally we have the rig that's been mining Carlsen. So refresh that. Again, pretty much exactly 24 hours at this point. I have them listed here already. One thing that I forgot to mention is I do want to kind of enter these numbers twice. I want to check right now, as it's been exactly 24 hours. I'm just going to input all the number results I have here, but then I also want to wait another 2 hours and fill in all the numbers again after 2 hours. So I'm going to shut my rigs off exactly now. You're going to see me do that as I'm recording this, and then fill in the numbers, wait 2 hours with the rigs shut off, and then update all the numbers again. And that is because sometimes on mining pools there's a bit of lag, there's a bit of sort of residual mining rewards that haven't been paid out yet at the immediate time. So I'm just gonna give unMineable another 2 hours of kind of collecting those last bits of residual rewards to the pool, whatever, and we're gonna see if that makes a difference in terms of the actual yield or revenue from the pool. But I believe it has now been 24 hours, so I am just going to shut these rigs off. You might even hear them shut off in the background. I don't know if you can hear them through the mic in the recording here or not. Shut down. There we go. And as they are powering down, I'm going to show you what should we. I guess we should just start by getting the WhatToMine profitability numbers for these rigs. So starting with Alephium, I'm just going to come to WhatToMine here, go to coins, and go to Alephium here. And let me see, what was my hash rate? 15.54 gigahash. So 15.54 gigahash. Power and power cost and all of that doesn't really matter because we're just looking at revenue anyway. So I'm just going to select average last 24 hours here. That's the very important bit here to get the historical, last 24 hours numbers here, and we're going to hit calculate. So according to WhatToMine, for the past 24 hours, I should have made $2.93 mining Alephium with this hash rate. So let me paste that in here. Then let's have a look at unMinable's own calculator for Alephium. So let's go to unMineable here, refresh the site, USDT, and then let's find the Blake3 algorithm here somewhere. Where are you? There you are. Based on Alephium mining, absolutely. And then we were at 15.53. Is that right? 15.50. Hello. 54 or 53? 54. Yeah, that was it. So, and this should be gigahash. So that's the amount of, why is it changed like that? That's the amount of USDT according to unMinable's own calculator. So even there you can see that's about a 13% reduction compared to WhatToMine. Now I will talk a little bit about why, even though this seems like apples to apples, it's not really when you do comparisons like this, because it's actually impossible to do a completely fair sort of comparison. But the more different kinds of comparisons we do, the more data in general we have, but I'll talk more about that later. So let's move on to our Conflux rig. So starting with WhatToMine, let's go to Conflux here. There we go. And my hash rate was, I believe, 720.8. Is that right? Yeah, 720.8. And average 24 hours, there we go. Revenue for the past day, $5.70. So yeah, you can see Conflux is definitely more profitable to mine right now compared to Alephium. By the way, I should mention why I specifically picked Alephium is because of all the craziness that's going on with the network right now, with these big FPGA farms coming online. Whoa, one of my rigs just completely went bananas there. Let me just see here. So this one is off. Sorry, I hope you can hear me over the fan. This one is off. This one is off. You know what, let me just go... Oh, there we go. Okay, we're good, we're good. Sorry about that, guys. I'm trying to do this all in one take so that you can see that there's nothing, you know, weird going on here. Where were I? Yeah, right. So why I'm doing Alephium specifically is because of, you know, the craziness going on with the network hash rate there right now with these massive FPGA farms coming online, as well as the, you know, Alephium AL boxes coming online and all that. I just wanted to see how, like, massive network hash rate fluctuations might affect the results here. But moving on, let's go to the unMineable calculator here for Conflux. So let's again refresh the page, and we need to find the octopus algorithm. Here it is, and we were at 720.8 mega hash. Let's copy that in. There we go. Again, little bit of a reduction there, about a 6% reduction compared to WhatToMine. Let's move on to Carlsen. There we go. What was my hash rate? 6.74. So let's enter that, 6.74. And the important bit here is average lost 24 hours on the block reward and difficulty. There we go, so $1.93. Let's enter that in here. And unMinable's calculator for Carlsen. Let's reload the page once more. And let's find Carlsen hash. Here it is. And what was my hash rate? 6.74 gigahash. 6.74 gigahash. $1.69. So again, about a, was that like a 12% reduction, 12.5%? All right, now let's have an actual look at the pools here, starting with the Alephium one. So let me reload that so there's nothing weird going on. As well as you can see here, we started mining. Now it's just after 1:30, and we started mining here at 1:30 yesterday. So 24 hours of hash rate. And yeah, you can see here, there's no other workers on anything here. And yeah, I guess this is our yield or revenue as of now through unMineable mining Alephium for 24 hours. So, okay. So while it's not, you know, what WhatToMine said, it is actually pretty much on par with what at least unMinable's own calculator said. So I guess that is good news, you know, depending on how you look at it. unMinable's own calculator is at least not being sketchy there. But let's move on to our Conflux rig, which is this one. So again, let me reload the page. There we go. Again, 24 hours of hash rate here. No other workers on any other algorithm. And we've mined this much. So let me paste that in. And actually, we've made a little bit more than even the calculator said. So, hey, I'll take it. I'll take it. And that is also very, very close to how much WhatToMine said there. Interesting. And finally, we have the Carlsen one, which is here. So again, let me reload the page. And here is our Carlsen worker. Again, 24 hours of hash rate here. Here we go. And no other workers on any other algorithm. Let's copy this and let's paste it in. So there you go. I can see that I haven't made these into percentages, so they're easy to read. Bear with me, guys. Number, percentage, there we go. So this is basically, you know, the unMineable calculator versus the WhatToMine calculator, or historical data rather. How much less does the unMineable calculator say compared to the WhatToMine one? And you can see there it's kind of between, you know, 87 and 94%. So a slight reduction on all of these in terms of the calculator there. And then this is the, actual mining yield from unMineable so far. And then this percentage is the actual mining yield compared to WhatToMine's results there. So, or not results, calculator, historical data, right? So, well, so far, we're still gonna wait another 2 hours and do the numbers again after 2 hours to see how that changes things. The first thing that stands out to me here, though, is that what you actually make through unMineable at least seems to be on par, if not even in some cases a little bit better than their own calculator says. So if you are considering using unMineable, then maybe check their own profitability calculator instead of stuff like hashrate.no or WhatToMine to determine on like how profitable will it actually be for you. That's just my initial thought there, but I think for now that's it. I'm gonna wait another 2 hours and then do this whole thing again. But luckily for you, you don't have to wait 2 hours. You just get to watch this message from our sponsor, and then we'll get right into the final results. Coin Mining Central is an online store for ASIC miners, and there's no doubt that right now, ASIC mining profitability has just been going up like crazy in these past few months. And the miners that I'm personally most interested in right now are probably the Goldshell K-A-Box Home Casbah miner and the Jasminer X16Q, which I still think is probably the best ASIC miner available for at-home miners like myself. Coin Mining Central are also continuously providing me with exclusive discount codes for you guys, like the code 𝗬𝗑, which gives you $125 off on every miner in your order. I am also very excited to tell you that Coin Mining Central have recently launched a loyalty program that lets you earn points in loads of different ways, like signing up for their newsletter or following them on social media. You also earn points on every order you make with them, and these loyalty points can then be redeemed for massive discounts on your next purchase. Now, on top of this, with Coin Mining Central, worldwide express shipping is always free, and there are never any added payment fees during checkout or anything like that. The listed price is always the total cost you'll pay for the miners. And I did a lot of research before I decided to partner up with Coin Mining Central, and there were two clear things that stood out to me about them. The first one being that as opposed to most other ASIC vendors that are based overseas, Coin Mining Central is registered and run out of England, Europe, which means they have to adhere to the very strict regulations for customer support and personal detail protection that we have over here. And of course, all brand new miners also come with a full manufacturer warranty. The second thing is their pretty much spotless track record of delivering miners to happy customers like you guys for well over 5 years at this point. So please go check them out today. I'll have the discount codes and link for you down in the video description. All right, and we're back. It's actually not been the full 2 hours. It's only been about 90 minutes, but in a second you'll see why that doesn't matter anyway. But I thought let's just start by we'll go the other way around this time. So let's start with the actual unMineable results. So let's open up our unMineable, pool dashboards here, and this is what I mean with why I didn't have to wait the full 2 hours, because as you can see, I just refreshed the page there. Let me do that one more time. If we go on the sort of live counter here that unMineable has, you can see that, yeah, basically about 10 minutes after we stopped mining is when I got the last little payout into my account, I guess, on unMinable's page here. And then it just says that my worker is offline from there. Now, one thing that I did want to show you before, but I forgot, is the stats page, because I wanted to show you that, like, all of these rewards, as you can see, the full 2.56 tether here has been coming in within these past 24 hours. And as you can see, they update that hourly. So, all of the mining rewards has been coming in through this past, 24 hours of me mining. So just so you can see that there's nothing weird going on there. But yeah, so the final number there is 2.56 tether, and that is for the, which one was that for? That was for Lithium, right. So let's paste that in here, 2.56. Oh my god, that needs to be in the center. There we go. So 2.56. So yeah, we gained another cent there after I stopped recording. Let's move on to the next one, which was the Conflux one. So we ended up with $5.61, 62 cents basically. Paste that in. Yeah, same as we had before. And this is gonna annoy me. Center. All of these should be center. And then these should also be percentages. So let me add that in real quick. And you gotta bear with me while I do this little live. We'll do it live, as I say. And then finally we have the Carlson one, which ended up being $1.82.8. So 183 basically, which is exactly what we had earlier anyway. So really, these numbers are kind of what it ended up being anyway, and this whole wait 2 hours thing was a complete waste of my own time. Thankfully, you only had to wait a couple of minutes. Let me quickly go through and add these in. I guess that doesn't really matter though, but let's just do it for the sake of completion. So let's quickly go WhatToMine and coins, Alephium. What was our hash rate there? 15.54. 24 hour. Now this probably isn't gonna be correct anymore, because we've actually not been mining for the past 24 hours anymore. We mined 26 to 2 hours ago, or 90 minutes ago. But anyway, it's not like it's changed that much anyway. And then let's move on to Conflux. There we go. And we had 702.8. There we go. 24 hour. Revenue 571. And yeah, about the same. And then Carlson, let's copy this right away. Coins, Carlson, and 24 hour revenue $1.91. Should we do the unMineable calculator too? Why not? No. First page, refresh. Sure, let's start with Carlson hash, go the other way. And nope, we had 6.74 gigahash. Oops. Here we go. And then we had 720.8 on Octopus. Whoa, why did that jump around like that? I don't like that. Well, 0.8. Okay, and then paste that, and then finally Alephium. And let's go find Blake 3. There it is. I don't like how it jumps like that. And then paste that. And that should be gigahash. There we go. All right, so as we can see here, basically compared to WhatToMine's historical data, which would be this, I guess, is the most accurate place to look for that, but we have the data here as well. unMineable does make a little bit less, about, at most, was that 13% less, and at best, like 1.5% less, which altogether isn't that bad. Especially if we then... Sorry guys, I just had to think there for a second. Then we have the, unMinable's own calculator, which actually we ended up kind of outperforming. It was at least on par for all of them, or we actually did better than their own calculator said. Now, I promised you I was gonna finish this video off by sort of explaining why this isn't really an apples to apples comparison. And the reason for that is the difference in how something like the WhatToMine calculator works as opposed to how unMineable actually pays you your mining rewards. So with unMineable, you know, if we go on the pool dashboard here, as you can see, it takes whatever your mining balance is, yeah, as you can see here, every 10 minutes, and it takes the little bit of mining rewards that you've mined for those past 10 minutes and converts it to whatever coin you are wanting to get your payout in at that very moment. So, you know, the thing is that coin prices fluctuate, you know, against each other and against the US dollar. And why that is, you know, different from how something like WhatToMine is because WhatToMine, when you look at the, you know, the average last 24-hour, it looks at, okay, how much of the actual coin would you have mined? So what would your coin yield have been for these past 24 hours? And it then takes that yield, which, you know, you can see here for the 𝗏𝗏𝗏 mining rig, would have been 287.65 𝗏𝗏𝗏. And it then takes that and converts that to USD using the current 𝗏𝗏𝗏 price. So current 𝗏𝗏𝗏 price times, you know, the coin yield we would have got if we would have, you know, straight mined 𝗏𝗏𝗏 would be $1.91. Now, why that can really mess up results like this is because what if in the past 30 minutes or something, 𝗏𝗏𝗏, like the coin price of 𝗏𝗏𝗏 just went, you know, parabolic and like 10 times in value in the last 30 minutes. Well, then on WhatToMine, it would have said that, like, instead of, you know, $1.91 here, it would say something like $19, $20. You should have made $20 mining 𝗏𝗏𝗏 in these past 24 hours. Whilst, of course, on unMineable, it would still, you know, your yield would actually still be just $1.91 in USDT because, you know, unMineable converts every 10 minutes, as we saw. Now, all that means is basically that, like, it's really tough to do any sort of apples-to-apples comparison with unMineable just because of how it works, unless you're gonna go in every single 10 minutes and kind of check what's the current value and what's the current value, and then just sit every 10 minutes, you know, throughout a whole, however long you want to do that test for. And I'm not saying that to kind of excuse unMinable's result here, like, it is obviously less than WhatToMine says it should have been, but it's just to say that, like, we need to do many tests like these, and we need to do them in different ways so that we can gather information, as much information as possible, to then get an overarching image of, like, what is actually going on with unMineable here. I hope this has been helpful. I hope you appreciate this test. Over here on the screen, I'll put my video that I did about a year ago on, you know, comparing unMineable with other pools. And below that, I'll put the video of my 100,000 subscriber giveaway. I really hope you enter in that giveaway and get a chance to win some cool stuff. So yeah, I'll see you over in those videos. Thanks for watching.